COVID times, most hotels haven't recovered, especially those who had got loans. And also we've been advocating and lobbying for a harmonized tax policy. And what do I mean by that? Because we pay about 27 taxes. We do want to pay taxes. It's good. We know our roads, hospitals, many things that government needs to do. But we would wish that the tax policy is harmonized. And right now we are looking at Parliament and Cabinet and all those in authority. We've been advocating for this personally since I became the chairperson. This has been one of the things I'm talking about, that let's harmonize our tax policy. We know, yes, we are paying 3 taxes and it's this and that, but we are not paying for a lift, and then we pay for a swimming pool, and then, you know, that really is a bit painful for the investors and not attractive. For many people to invest in this sector. But on the whole, we do appreciate for the peaceful environment. As you know, Uganda is an island of peace for many years, so it's been very good to attract investors. And as you look around, you can see we have 5-star hotels. And what we are working on is to continue to attract chain hotels. Like I know soon we'll have the Marriott open, have the Hilton open. So we would like to see many more hotels coming up.
All right. It does look like this is an association from, you know, that focuses on the bigger, you know, establishments and all of those. There are a lot of young investors like ourselves or our ages who are going into hospitality, but through maybe the Airbnb and all of those. Is that a challenge to the Uganda Hotel Owners Association, or are those colleagues and people that are being taken up as well?
Actually, for Hotel Owners Association, we don't have that problem. We encourage, as me, the chairperson, I don't own a big hotel. I actually own a very small hotel, and I've owned it. But it didn't stop the hotel members to see the value that I can add. And so, from the people who own hotels of 10 rooms, we treat them the same as someone who owns a hotel of 300 rooms, because we want to grow that bit. Upcountry hotels, upcountry inns, they are all our members, and we cover the entire country. So we are not, what should I say, we don't segregate to say that we need the big boys and these are the small boys. We encourage the young people to actually join the hospitality sector, because we know that's the future of this country.
All right. Now I would love for us to tap into another area. You just spoke about understanding the importance of taxes and them being paid, and you said you know that the roads need to be, you know, taken care of and all of this. I would also recognize in the same breath that how good the roads are affects how well your business goes, especially for the connectivity. Speaking of connectivity, how good the internet, but also the mobile phone, you know, network is in a particular area affects how good, you know, that area, you know, that hotel performs in that area. Are these also issues as an association that you directly engage on, the quality of roads to this park or to this destination, the quality of, you know, connectivity and all?
Yes, we work closely with the Ministry of Works, and our voice, when we talk that we advocate for a good business environment for people to invest in the hospitality and tourism sector. We consider all this. We engage with MTN. They are among our people now that are even as part of sponsorship of our expo. We engage with Airtel. We engage with the media, like NBS. That's why I'm here. Because we know you are our voice out there. So we've been talking about tourism roads for as long as I can remember. We know government has a lot to do, and it's really doing a lot. But it's so important that when you're promoting tourism, that when you're promoting the hospitality sector, you know what you need for that sector to prosper. So when we talk of roads, when we talk of connectivity, when we talk about power, utilities, because hotels need constant power. You don't want power going on and going off. So we do advocate for all those things in the relevant places.
All right. I hope I'm not inciting violence, but I would imagine that all this advocacy you speak about definitely needs goodwill from the people. And I know that the people are not exactly, I wouldn't say they're not happy, but they're not exactly comfortable with some of the rates that they hear. I want to go to this place, but that hotel, it's too expensive. So when you speak of the harmonized tax, do you think the rates might be more affordable for the locals? Because they tend to communicate, to comment about that.
Because when we talk of advocacy, we are not talking only to government. We even talk to ourselves. Because we, like in the tourism sector, you have to know what season you are dealing with, which is the high season when you are the tourists are coming in, which is the low season, and then you lower your rates to accommodate domestic tourism. But taxes, you see, when you don't have a harmonized tax policy, it actually affects even us
lowering those rates.
Because if you were not paying 27 taxes, or some taxes were combined, so that, I mean, if I build a hotel, it's like you now having this studio, and you tell me you have to pay for the veranda, but you also have to pay for this other room, and you also have to pay for that. Definitely, by the time you pay all those, it's going to go down to
the person who pays for my service.
Yeah, for my service.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So, like when we have VAT exemption, like for upcountry hotels, we then tell them, you have VAT exemption. Why are you charging like people in Kampala who don't have that?
Yes.
So advocacy does not stop us pointing a finger at someone else. We also look into ourselves.
That's refreshing to hear.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of looking into ourselves, we also know that you could have the best rooms, but if the service is not good, then I don't want to come back there. I could go to a smaller one with absolutely good service and all.
Yeah.
Where do these people get that training, the skilling, and all of those? Especially in an environment where most of our parents are telling us we have to be doctors or lawyers or something like that, and it's a disappointment if you say, this is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about cooking. That's all I want. I'm passionate about just serving people and all of that. How do you deal with that?
We have had programs under our association, working closely with the Ministry of Gender, with the Ministry of Tourism, what we call apprenticeship program, and they've been sponsored by NBS and ILO, International Labour Organization, where we are trying to build capacity in our young people to be employed in this sector. And how we've done it, we've partnered with NBS, we've partnered with ILO. We are working closely with government as well for the apprenticeship program, and we encourage people to work in the hospitality and tourism sector. And what we do as hoteliers, we approach our members, because you cannot deny that sometimes our service industry is not the best, in just what you've pointed out, but we approach our members and say part of what you can do to improve on capacity building is to allow these people to have training in your hotels. So most of them are being trained at UHTTI, at Fairway Hotel, in Hoima, but we also distribute them to go and get experience and work at different hotels. And we, NBS and IL pay them, and that's how we build capacity through apprenticeship program. And we also want to thank Uganda Hotel Institute in Jinja and all the other people that provide this training. We still believe there's room for improvement. We would like to see more schools built, and in the near future we are hoping as an association to establish our own hotel training institute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uganda is generally known as a very hospitable country and all of that. Do you think it reflects enough among the people that come to offer those services in these hotels? And what are the numbers like? Are there many people who really want to get into that industry and work in that sector?
Especially of recent, like you were saying, many parents and many people, maybe of my age, wanted doctors and teachers and what. But truth be told now, just even when you look at people who want to be involved in the tourism sector and hospitality sector, the numbers have increased. I told you our association, we started as 9 members. We are now over 700 members, and we continue to be. And when you look at the country, we have almost 3,000 lodges, hotels, inns, A and Bs. So we believe that actually people now are changing. It's like any other thing that has come up. You'd find that people didn't want to be journalists and what, but now they are.
Yes.
I think the new generation, starting with the millennials to the Gen Zs and now whoever else is coming through. I think this is a thriving sector that many will get involved in. And the good thing about being involved in a hospitality sector